All right, cool. As Marvin introduced me, my name is Darius Benders. Originally from Boston, Mass. I've been in Atlanta, Georgia now for coming up on 2 years. And what we do is we help entrepreneurs and small businesses obtain 700 plus credit scores to be able to get access to up to $200,000 in funding. The reason we do this is because, like Marvin said, a lot of times people need more leverage to be able to grow whatever they have, right? Whether it's the business he's teaching you all, we get real estate investors, we get small business owners, right? Somebody say leverage. Our leverage is just maximizing the opportunities that you have. The entrepreneur, the business owner, side hustler who has the most leverage always wins in business, right? So what I started off in my journey in this thing was I had failed about 7 different businesses before the first one actually started. And the thing I was missing wasn't the mindset. It wasn't getting the information like you all are here getting in the room. It was I didn't have enough money. Y'all ever ran into a business idea? You like, damn, I'm ready to run the play, but you run out of business, right? You don't want to ask your mother, you don't want to ask your sister, because you know that's going to be annoying. They're going to be asking you every 2 weeks. So when I learned about, y'all laughing hard because y'all know it's true, right? So when I learned about this credit, I got in a room just like this, and that's why it's so important to get in the room. So shout out to y'all for getting in this room, because some of y'all are one piece of information away from changing your whole life. For me, that thing was credit, right? I didn't have a mindset issue. I didn't have an execution problem. But when you have this credit, you're able to act now. Now stands for no opportunity wasted. Somebody say now. Now. Right? Those who operate now, I've coached over 1,000 entrepreneurs, and the ones who execute and go on to make hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars versus the ones who don't is the ones who execute with the now mindset. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you all a breakdown of how you all can enhance your credit score first. Then I'm going to give you all some plays, some actual tangible plays that you all can run to be able to start going out and getting funding. Question, we family in here. How many of us have at least a 680 plus credit score? Okay, this is a good room. I like this room. You got a good room in here. All right, perfect. So the plays that I'm going to give y'all are going to apply to a lot of y'all, right? But what I want to do first is I want to go over how a profile should look, because a lot of us, we think it's about the credit score, but it's actually about your profile. Somebody say profile. Profile. All right, so when you go into these banks and you're looking for lending, this is the ideal profile that they're looking for. All right, at least a 680 plus credit score. No derogatories, no late payments. So if you have any of those, we got to clean them up. I know people be like, well, Darius, I just got one. It's still a lot. That's why if you ever had a late, you see it'll drop your score 100, 150 points, because on-time payments is 35% of your whole profile, y'all. All right. Next thing we want to identify is strength and age. So how many primary accounts do you have reporting? Primary accounts is anything that's in your name. It could be auto loans, student loans, credit cards, lines of credit, whatever you have that's reporting your name. If you don't have enough primary accounts, what we can do is we can go add what I call credit builder accounts. This is a quick way I help all my students build their credit profiles quick. You all can check out Self, Kovo, Credit Strong, Tomo. All right. How many of y'all paying rent? Okay. Well, a lot of us, we've been paying rent, but we haven't been getting credit on it. So if you go to Rental Karma and you rent reporter, not only will they allow you to pay your rent and report that every 30 days, but they'll also allow you to backdate. So now you can increase that age. All right, they'll allow you to backdate about 2 years, so that's 24 months. So now for those of y'all who are new to credit, now you have payment history that can backdate, and that'll help your overall profile. That makes sense? Yeah. All right, good. Next thing is that's important is our utilization, right? I see people that come to me all the time, Darius, I got a 700, but my utilization is at 35, 40%. Now, let me ask you something. If y'all found out I owe somebody all this money and I came to you and I said, can I borrow 20,000? What you going to say? You probably going to say, hell no, right? Right? The reason being is because why would they give you money if you haven't paid back what you owe? So if some of you are having utilization issues, what you all can do is you can go run a personal loan play. The reason why is because when we're going for business funding, they're looking at specifically credit card utilization. So if we go get a loan from, let's say, a SoFi, upgrade or Avant. Those are some plays y'all can check out. They have debt consolidation type loans where you can take that money and be able to pay down your credit cards. So now you're back in the game and you're in position for business funding. That makes sense? All right, good. So now we got utilization, we got primary accounts, credit age. All right, next thing. If you're new in credit, you might not have that age. If you go add those accounts that I just gave you all, you might be like, well, that's going to drop my age, right? The way you can offset this thing is a few ways. If you got a parent, a friend, a family member who you trust, all right, who keeps their payments low, right, who pays on time, if you have those things, what you can do is you can ask that person, can they add you as an authorized user? Now, what will happen is you will be able to piggyback off of their credit age. So let's say his mom, she had a credit card 20 years. She makes on-time payments. All you got to do is tell mom, call that credit card company, tell them they would like to add you on that credit card as an authorized user. And now that 20 years of age will help your average age. So if you got a whole bunch of new accounts, now you got a 20-year account. That average age should meet somewhere in the middle, right? So the number of accounts divided by the age, that's going to give you your exact credit age. All right. If you do not have somebody that you trust, because I don't trust a lot of people myself, especially with credit, what you can do is you all can check out TradelineSupply.com. All right, TradelineSupply.com. And what they are is they essentially have these authorized user accounts, and you all are going to be able to go to is a tab that says sort. You can sort it by credit age, or you can sort it by credit limits, right? So if your age is a problem, then we just go to the age. They have accounts that go all the way back 40, 50 years. They have something called a trade line calculator. So what that'll do is it'll allow you to put in your current products or your current cards that you have, and then the new account that you're looking to add, and it'll tell you exactly what your average age will average out to be. So you don't have to do any of the guesswork. It does the math for you. That makes sense? Yeah. All right, good. In terms of the utilization, going back to that, Tradeline Supply also has, again, those high limit credit cards. So if you, let's say your overall credit balance is 10,000 currently, and you're utilizing 5,000, right? You're at 50%. It's going to be hard for us to go get some money. But if you went to Tradeline Supply and we went and we got a credit card with a limit of another $20,000 on it, now that 10,000 overall turns into 30,000. So now the $5,000 out of 30,000, you're in a lot better position. All right, I think you'd probably be around 15%. So now we can go run these plays. That makes sense? Yes. All right, good. So now we understand utilization, how to get enough primary accounts. They understand our credit age. All right. The last thing that these business lenders are looking for is something called comparable credit. So we want our personal limit. We want to have at least 2 personal limits of at least $5,000. All right. Preferably 10 or more, because all that's going to happen is typically on the business side, what happens is they give you 2 to 3 times the amount of the personal side. So if I'm a business lender and I see you got Capital One for $2,000, Open Spark for $1,000, I'm not going to give you 30, 40,000 because I haven't seen that you've been able to handle big amounts, right? So what we want to do is we want to start with credit unions. All right, everybody say credit union. Credit union. All right, good. This is my favorite. All right, reason why is yours too? Yeah, yep. The reason they saying that because they're giving out that money, right? Yeah. They're giving out the money and they're a lot more lenient. So those data points I just gave you, that's a picture perfect profile. But if you're around those numbers and you go to a credit union, they'll probably bless you. All right. Second reason we love credit unions is interest rates. Interest rates are typically a lot better than our traditional lenders, right? And then the third reason is they are willing to work with you, right? So you might get approved for $25,000. You might go back. You might talk to your banker. I was really looking for 30, 35. And what they'll do is they might not always give you what you want, but they'll meet you in the middle. All right. And then as a bonus, a lot of credit unions, they allow something called double dipping. So what that means, they'll allow you to get multiple products with just one inquiry. All right. For example, Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union, it's a national credit union. So no matter where you all live, you all can become a member. All you have to do is join one of their associations, pay like $5 or $10. And then from there, I would build a relationship. All right. So everyone say relationship. Relationship. All right. Outside of the one gentleman, no one really knew me. If I asked y'all for $20,000 right now, what would you say to me? No. Right. Right. Collateral. Oh, he's a banker for real. The reason being is because you don't got no rapport with me. You don't know me. We've never done business, right? If Marvin asks you to borrow some money, you might, right? Because you have a rapport with him. So when it comes to this relationship, this is how y'all can build a relationship with any lenders. First step, if it's a credit union, go open up a membership, obviously. If it's a traditional bank, all right, or a credit union, we're going to open up a checkings account, all right? What I would do is I would drop some money in that account. It doesn't have to be a lot, y'all, right? Whether you're working with a lot of money or a little bit of money, as low as $50. The point of this isn't to show that your pockets are heavy. The point is to show that you are in it to build with that bank, all right? So what I would do if I wanted to strengthen that relationship even more is I would set up direct deposit. It can be partial. It doesn't have to be a whole check, just partial. All right. On day 31, I would then apply for those products because by then we have 4 weeks. We show them deposits. Maybe we set up some direct deposit. They say, okay, this person they're with us. So then when I'm applying, all right, you always want to ask these questions if it's a credit union. Do you guys allow multiple products with one inquiry? All right. Here's a few plays you all can run. So we write these down. First one is Beridian Bank. All right. Viridian Bank. They're also a national accredited credit union, which means anywhere in the country you can get in with them. All right. They're going to allow you to get 2 credit cards and a loan, all with just 1 inquiry. Yep. I got you right here. Let me see. It's going to be Beridean Credit Union. All right. They're all going to pull from TransUnion. So if your TransUnion is in shape, this will play you can run. Yes, Beridean. Yes. Great thing about this credit union, not only are they going to give you the 3 products for 1 inquiry, but they're also going to do a soft pull, which means they're going to let you know before even getting the hard inquiry if you got the products, so you don't got to waste your time and worrying about removing the inquiries. All right. Next play I got for you all is Service Credit Union. All right. They're going to also allow 3 products, 1 inquiry within a 90-day time frame. Service. Yep. All right, they have 2 credit cards. Total exposure in terms of credit cards goes up to 50,000. They got one of their credit cards, maximum exposure is 20,000, and then the other one it's up to 30,000. All right, and they're also for the third product you can pick. Traditionally, I teach my people because we're product stacking to get the money is the traditional loan. You can also swap that out for an auto loan if for whatever reason you want a car. But most times, I know you all are looking to get the money to do what Marvin's teaching you. Also, probably the traditional loan will be a third product. All right, and they are going to pull from Experian. Yes. Yep. Servivice. Yes. Experience. And you said you want to do 3 products? Yeah. Well, so I teach product stacking. So if we want the maximum amount of money, yep, they'll allow you to get up to 3 products with the 1. She's like, that's a lot. Y'all good so far? This making sense? Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. The third play I got for you all. Now, this one I keep in my bag with Marvin. He told me to come speak, so I got to over-deliver. All right. So this one's Justice Federal Credit Union. Justice. Now, the reason I love this credit union, y'all, we talk about 0% interest for 18 months. Right. 0% interest, 18 months, y'all. Yeah, nationwide. Yep, nationwide. Yep. All right, personal loan goes up to $50,000. All right. Line of credit goes up to $40,000. Everyone know the difference between the loans and the lines of credit? Okay. I got you. So in terms of lines of credit are my favorite for the most part. So a line of credit is like a hybrid, right? So the way it works is you get approved for the line of credit. Once they approve you, it goes into an account. It'll say line of credit, and you're able to literally move that money right into your checking account. So it's essentially like cash. Versus when you get a loan, you know, the loan is there. It's not revolving. With the lines of credit, you can use it, pay it back, use it, pay it back. So similar to a credit card, except with the credit cards, for people who are in real estate, now you have to take an extra step. You have to liquidate the cash. But with the line of credit, you have cash. You can go run the play faster.
Is the loan, the interest different on the loan versus the line of credit?
Yeah.
Simple versus...
Yeah, so typically the interest rate on loans is give or take a few points, usually a little higher. Yeah.
The line of credit one that was up to 30, you said?
The line of credit goes up to 40. Yeah. And the loan is 50. Yep. For justice, yes. 0%, 18 months.
That's on the credit card though, right?
Yes, that's on the credit card.
Let's pay it back the same as cash.
I'm sorry?
Get it all back on the same as cash. If you pay it all back, it's the same.
Yeah, it's like, yep, you didn't accrue any interest. Exactly. All right. Everyone say auto pay. Auto pay. Good. I got to always teach that. Listen, don't get no late payments. These are meant to help you, not hurt you. Every once in a while, I'll come across somebody, and dang, I forgot to set it up on auto pay. You know, you are getting a lot of products, but again, I don't want to just teach you go get the money and then not how to be able to pay these back and not how to handle it, right? So do not over leverage. For example, this is personal plays I'm giving you all right now. So with these, my rule and what I teach my students is never over 20% on the product. So if you know, maybe for whatever reason, your business right now isn't set up, but you want to go run some plays and you got personal credit, I'm not going to tell you not to use it because I would be a hypocrite. When I first got this funding, I only had personal at first. I used it and that changed my life. But what I would tell you is if you want to use 20,000, go get 100. So now we have room and we have the ability to be a little flexible, right? Don't go get 20 and use 20 and now you stuck, right? Every 30 days, these are going to report, and we don't want your utilization to drop now. If your utilization does drop, but you know you got heavy cash flow coming in next month, then we're not too worried because as soon as we pay it back, it'll go right back to where it was. Typically, I tell people utilization under 15, in a perfect world, under 10%. Yep. Yep. 10, 15%. Yes, exactly.
Even on personal credit.
On the personal, yeah, on business, I want to get into the business side. On the business side, we can leverage all the money we want because the utilization on the business does not report to the personal side, right? Exactly. So we go to, and I'll get it in a sec, but we go to Chase, you might get a 40, 50,000. You want to run a play, you can liquidate and use that card for whatever because it's not going to affect your personal credit, right? Any questions before I go into the business side?
With Justice, are there more than one product with one inquiry or just the one product?
3 products. Oh, I didn't even get into that. 3 products again with 1 inquiry.
So that profile is for personal?
The profile I'll just give you was how your profile should look before going for business funding. Yep. If you have that profile, there's nothing in this world you can't have. Yeah. Oh, we'll get it though. We'll get it though. I'm sorry. Justice pulls from Equifax. So Justice Credit Union pulls from Equifax. Yes. Great question. Equifax. Yeah. Yes.
And all of these things you should be able to pull off with a minimum of 680 for your credit.
More importantly than the score is the what? Profile. The profile. Yeah. 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 What does the ideal profile look like? Okay. 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 I heard a lot of y'all, but it sounds like y'all got it. It sounds like we got it. Go ahead. Yeah. So, great question. So 4.5 years is what we want before business funding. All right. But if you guys are going to get those first personal products, like I just talked about, at least 2.5 years. All right. So everything, think of it like this. Everything on the personal, before we're going for personal funding, it'll be half of what I just gave you in terms of those data points. Because when we're going for personal, you got 2.5 years. You have at least 5 or 6 primary accounts. Then you would go get those personal plays. And with those personal plays, in terms of primaries, those can be the thing that help you get in position to now have 10 primary accounts. Because if we go in, we got 6. You run the plays I just gave you. Now you got 3 or 4 credit cards that are now reporting. And now we're up towards that 10 number. Does that make sense? All right. Yes.
So if you don't have that profile,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what do you recommend to clean up? So say someone, they got the 680 now, maybe they had an old bankruptcy or whatever, or maybe too many inquiries or whatever. So if you kind of close,
but you got 1 or 2 things. Okay, so if it's negatives that you all have, so what we use for credit repairs, we use a software called Metro 2 Compliance. So it's a software that uses AI. And what it does is any negative account that you have, the software identifies, there's 5 points of compliance that every account must have. Most accounts don't meet 99% of accounts don't meet all 5 points of compliance. So what we do is we run it through the software. It creates letters, and then we send those off to the credit bureaus, or the software can actually for a few extra dollars. And that way we can dispute those negative items. If you all have negatives, while you're removing things, definitely be adding to it as well, right? Because by the time that thing is clean, now we're in position to go out and do what we need to do. So in terms of removing negative items, that's what I recommend. In terms of building, does anyone remember the 5 accounts I told you all to add to start helping you build your credit? Did you write that down? Anyone? If anyone does, just raise your hand. I just want to make sure everybody got it. Yeah. So number of accounts. Yep. Good. I just want to make sure y'all got that because those are things y'all can do like tonight, tomorrow. Yep. Yep, I got you. First one is self. Second one is credit strong. Third one is Kovo. Yes, Kovo. All right. Fourth one you all can add is I said Tomo, Tomo. All right. For rent, the 2 rental accounts you all can add both. Yes, Rent Reporters and Rental Karma. Yeah, and both of those will report. Yes.
Does it have for the rental ones? Does it have to be like a resident or just anything here?
So the way the process, I'll tell you how the process goes. So once you sign up, right, what will happen is they will reach out to the landlord, whoever we're stating the landlord is, and they will ask, does such and such pay rent? And what will happen is after that, every month they'll just shoot them either email, a text, or now they're allowing you to connect your bank so it can see like a rental payment. But typically before they were just reaching out and they were saying, does such and such pay rent and how much did they pay and how they pay? Once they send that back, every month it gets reported. Yes.
Does it have like a salon suite?
Okay.
Could I do that?
Good question. On the business side, so I'm not 100% sure because I haven't dealt with it on the business side, but what I would do is I would call and double check, but I'm pretty sure if rent's being paid there every month, then yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, yeah, no problem. M2 Metro 2. Yeah, so you guys can go to m2ficofixers.com, and that's the software. M2 the credit. Yes, any negatives, lates, charge-offs.
So it basically just like spits out a plan of how to attack it.
Exactly, and we have step-by-step videos in there walking you through the process of exactly how to use the software as well. M2 FICO Fixers. Yes.
Is that the number 2?
Yes.
And it's your business?
Yes.
Oh,
One of them. One of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. M2 FICO Fixers.
All one word?
.com.
Yes. .com. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. Yes. Yeah. All right. All right. Next thing we got is y'all ready to learn how to get some business funding, or y'all go with the personal? All right. Good. All right. All right. Good. So what I wanted to break down for you all is we broke down the personal side and how to be able to stack and go what you need to build foundationally. All right. The next thing I wanted to go over is the business side because although the personal is good, the business is just so much better, y'all. All right. A couple of reasons the business funding is better is because one, what we get to do is it doesn't report to the personal. So now if we go get $100,000, we can literally utilize that right away. Now you do still owe them people, right? And I and I like to always say that because I come across people be like, "Word, I just run the play." No, you still owe them people, but right? But you do still have a lot more grace. You have a lot more time. Like imagine you getting money and you get a year and a half to go make things shake. You get mentorship, you get guidance, you get the blueprint, then you execute, and now you get to once you're creating cash flow, now you can pay it back over time, right? So I'm going to show you all how to do product stacking. Essentially, the way product stacking is on the business side is you want to know who pulls from where. All right. How does anyone think that you find out where a bank pulls from? You simply call and ask. You simply call and ask, right? I know on Instagram we make it look like it's some secret and some hack, but it ain't no secret. All I did was I was calling around, took mentorships. Well, essentially you just call. The banks are not your enemy. A lot of us, I know, where we from, I think, oh, the bank, you be scared. You walk in there, you look inside to side, right? They're on your team. They want you to win. They want to give you money because they think that you're going to mess up on interest. So they want you to have the money, all right? So when it comes to that, we just need to know who pulls from where. And the reason it's important is because every time you apply for a product, they typically are going to pull from one bureau. There are certain products that pull from multiple, but most of them pull from one bureau, all right? So with that being said, you can stack two ways, either horizontally or vertically. I've done both. What I mean by that is if I wanted to go get 3 business credit cards from Experian, right, I could go apply for Navy Fed. They're going to pull from Experian, American Express. You can get 5 business credit cards with just one inquiry, right? Then the third one would be Bank of America, all right? Yes, but Bank of America is geo-based, so depending where you live, it might differentiate, all right? Navy Fed, American Express, and BOA. Yeah. That's going to be me stacking horizontally. Yeah. Because they're all going to pull from Experian. Yes. Yep. All right. So now we just got 3 inquiries all from Experian, but we got one from Navy. Bank of America is going to allow you 3 business credit cards with just 1 inquiry. And then you have American Express with 5. So we got 9 products with just 3 inquiries. All right. Now if we wanted to go to Equifax, we can go Truist. Now we can go to Citizens. All right. Then we can go Univest. 3 more products, 3 inquiries. Citizens. Yep, Equifax. Yes. Yes. Truist. Truist is regional. So they're not in every state. But if you're in Georgia, there's a lot of Truist on every mile and a half, all right? Yeah. And then the Unifest. Yeah. Unibest. Yep. Unibest. The V. Yeah. All right. Then if we wanted to go TransUnion, TransUnion, we can go GM Marcus. I love them. They're 0% GM Marcus. Yep. So if you Google GM Marcus business credit card, the link will come up. And the great thing about them is they're also 0% interest for 12 months. And they actually have a cool bonus where if you utilize at least $6,000 over 90 to 120 days, they'll give you $750 of free money. Right? I love free money. So we could definitely utilize that. And then the third thing you all can do for TransUnion, 80% of Elon financial banks, right? I'm gonna give y'all a hack. So anywhere in the world, all 50 plus states, there are Elon financial banks. And what that means is that they are just small community type banks that are powered by Elon Financial. If you type in Elon Financial Bank in my state, your state, they will come up, right? They all have the same exact format. When you go on the site, the way you can tell is anytime you click apply for credit card, it'll take you a third party site. And that's how you know that it's Elon Financial. They typically have one credit card that's 0% for 6 months and then another one that's 0% for 18 months. Y'all know which one I'm going with, right? You already know. All right. Elon, ELAN. Yes. For example, out here, Ameris. Ameris is one that's out here. Yeah. Elon Financial. Yeah, so type in Elon Financial banks in your state.
So for TransUnion, it was GM Marcus, Elon Financial, and what was the second one?
For so GM Marcus, Elon Financial, and then I gave you I got it. No, that was the Equifax. Oh, I didn't get the third one. Okay, the third one I got for y'all. Yep, the third one I got for y'all is U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank. Yeah, and they're a national bank as well.
US Bank is on TransUnion.
Yes, typically they're gonna pull from TransUnion. Ameris is out here as well. I just gave y'all that as a gem. That's a bank that's powered by Elon Financial. Typically they're gonna pull from TransUnion.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, that's right.
Yep. All right. Now, because those inquiries on all those products we got are on the business side, what y'all think we're gonna do next? We can remove the inquiries, and then we can go back and get more money. All right, that's the beauty in this thing. So when you see people talking about getting $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in funding, and you know that I can remove these inquiries because technically they should not be reporting on my business side. Now it starts to make sense. Once we remove the inquiries, we can go out and do more plays. Like I got a real estate investor in my program, and he goes and gets 150. He removes the inquiries, then he goes and gets another one. He keeps running the same play. All right, yeah. So there's a few different methods we do for removing inquiries. One is called a 24-hour inquiry removal method. It's a script. If y'all DM me, I'll share that with all of you all. Or I'll give it to Marvin. He can, send it to you all. And then, that one it works well. And then we have something called a FTC report method. I have that as well. I'll talk to him and see how I can get that to him as well. Yep. Business side. The business inquiries, yes, from your personal, exactly. Yeah, the account will never report because it's a business account, but the inquiry will. That's why if you ever apply, you'll see it be like, oh, you got a new inquiry. But because the account doesn't report, that's why we can move the inquiry because it's not attached to anything. All right, which is why we don't remove personal inquiries. All right, the way the business should be set up. All right, everyone should have an entity. All right, you want your LLC, or if Marvin teaches you all something different. My thing is LLCs. I work with mostly beginning type entrepreneurs. Obviously, you get taxed different as you make more money. Then we start to move into other things. But LLC, at least, your EIN number is completely free. You want to make sure that you get your operating agreement that essentially states how your business operates. You all can check that. Make one of those at Rocket Lawyer, or you can use ChatGPT. Business address. super important for your business address is to make sure it's attached to a brick and mortar building, right? We're not doing PO boxes. You're not doing your resident address. There's a lot of crazy people. You don't want people knowing where you live. And for the sake of the banks, they're looking at you like you want us to give you big funding, but you're not operating as a big business, right? So make sure you get that right. Simple, go to opus.com. Put it in Google, Opus. Yep, OPUS. All right, just put it in Google before purchasing it, just so you know that it's like an actual building. All right, because if it's attached to a FedEx, a UPS, any of that, that'll get you denied automatically. Yep. Yes, business address. All right, business email. All right, a lot of us are operating off of. Well, I don't know in this room, y'all seem like y'all on it, but a lot of people I talk to, they operating with Gmails, and Yahoos, AOLs. Can't do that, right? That's gonna get you small funding or no funding. So go get you an info@yourbusiness.com or support@yourbusiness.com. You can get that at GoDaddy.com. It's usually what most people use. Yeah. Info@yourbusiness.com or support@yourbusiness.com. Business phone number, all right? You all can go to call8.com. All right. Yes, yeah. Call with a K too, I think. Yeah. 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 To start, yeah. Make sure, yeah. To start, that's how I started. So I got to get you that. Yeah, and then as we get in more position, then we can pivot. Yeah. KALL8.com. Yep. Yes.
That's for your phone number?
Yeah, for your business phone number. That was the email.
Oh, email.
Yes.
And info is the email.
Yes. Yep. Support or info. Yep. All right. Then the last thing I tell you all is just make sure that you have at least like a basic social media and a website, right? Because in the time we live in now, you know, social media is kind of like your new website. So these banks, they're pretty savvy. They're gonna just probably go look you up, see what you got going on. So just get a basic. It can be a consulting Instagram, Facebook, or whatever you have going on. I would just stay away from, if you're like in real estate, stay away from that. That's considered high risk. Cannabis is considered high risk. Credit repair is considered high risk. Stay away from these high risk industries. I stick to consulting, marketing, or education. Those are deemed the lowest risk, which gets you the most amount of funding and make you look the most credible. All right.
So if you have an aged LLC,
Yeah.
it's old enough to start getting money, but you have a new product or a new venture that you're starting and you want to use it under that LLC with a different name,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do that?
So you want to use it under the older LLC that you have, but you want to put a different name. Okay, got you. You can get like a DBA. Yeah, doing business as. Yeah. And then for you all, I know I'm glad you said that. So she mentioned I have an LLC that's old enough. What I want you all to know is if you started your LLC today, you can go get funding tomorrow, right? Brand new LLCs, like it doesn't have to have age. Now, the longer your LLC is active, obviously the higher limits. We get exposed to different products. For example, a lot of business lines of credit, you have to be at least 2 years of age to apply for business lines of credit. Not all. For example, Wells Fargo, if you guys are newer in business, guys and girls, if y'all are newer in business, Wells Fargo has 2 lines of credit. One for businesses that are brand new, and then one for businesses that are 2 years or more. All right.
What about Dun and Bradstreet? Does that impact your business?
In terms of Dun & Bradstreet, what they basically do is they report on the business side. So the method I teach, and I'm showing you all tonight, this is called your personal guarantor method. And the reason I like personal guarantor method is because you're typically going to get the highest limits and the best interest rates. And I know for most of us, those are important. But your DNB number, yes, you will have. They will report all your business stuff every month. But in terms of utilizing my Dun & Brads, I really don't use it too much because everything we do, we're PGing. Yes. Mm-hmm.
How do you do the LLC with the Dun and Bradstreet? You set that up or no?
Yeah, so when you set your LLC up, you can do that right through your Secretary of State. Or if you guys want, you guys can check out Inkfile. They do like all the stuff for you. They'll set up your LLC operating agreement, get your EIN number, and then they have additions where they can go get your business number and business email for you as well if you want them to kind of handle it all in one type thing. Ink file. Ink file. Yep. INCFILE. Yes. Yeah. All right, so now we understand how to leverage it. I'm gonna give you all a few. I gave you all some, but I'll give you all a few banks you all can check out that are great for new businesses that are looking to get funding. First one we got is Chase. All right, Chase. The way I would do it, as I would go in there, open up that checking, open up a savings. I would drop some money in there, right? And the reason we love Chase is because they have two business credit cards that both have 0% interest for 12 months. You got the Inc. Business Cash, and you have the Inc. Business Unlimited. All right. Typically, you can't get the two with one inquiry, right? It's going to be a separate inquiry each time. But what you can do is if you go in there and you get approved for, let's say, the Inc. Business Cash, 90 days later, we can go for the Inc. Unlimited as well. All right, we've helped people get $50,000, $75,000 limits. If you're in position, they're giving out high limits. And that's no doc, right? Meaning that, yeah, no doc, meaning no proof of, I'm sorry, no pay stubs, no W-2s, anything required, as long as your credit meets the criteria. Yep.
That's Chase on Thursday.
Yeah.
I missed that, but I saw something that said Chase was giving minorities up to 150,000. Do you know that to be true?
Was that like an Instagram post? Or is it on the site?
I've seen it on different
platforms. Okay, so in turn, if that's I gotta ask because in the time we live in, a lot of people
but I've seen it on just
different things. Well, it might in terms of what we usually go for is because we've been working with them. We have a partnership for the last 9 months, and they do roll out new programs. They have rolled out one in the past for minority businesses. I haven't looked into that one. I'll do a little homework, and I'll definitely let Marvin know so he can relay that. Yep, no problem. All right, next one I got for you all is we talked about Truist, but I got you. Give me 1 sec. I got you. For Truist, right? This is how you guys can maximize. All right. With Truist, a lot of times we'll go in and we'll go for just one business product because we're not privy to the information. But what you can do is you can actually get 2 credit cards with just the one inquiry, all right, on the business side. The way you want to do it is you don't want to go in there and say, hey, I'm here to apply for 2 credit cards. The reason why is because a lot of times we learn through experience that they'll try to split your approval amounts. So what I'll do is we'll go apply for 1 credit card first, and you want to do your due diligence. They have 2 0% interest for 9-month credit cards. Make sure that there's 0% interest ones because they have one with a high interest rate. Stay away from that. I can't think of the name off the top. But once you apply for the first one, what we can do is right after that, you can apply for the second one. All right. And that's how you guys can get both of those with just one inquiry. If your business, I'm sorry, no, you can do it right away. Same day. Yeah, you can do it online. Yep. IST. Yes. New businesses, old businesses, all businesses. Yeah. With Truist, quick. With Truist, same week. Yeah, same week. And then if your business is in business for 2 years or more, they also have a business line of credit that goes up to $50,000 max. All right. That's not 0% interest, but it's a line of credit, so it's some cash that you all can be able to grow whatever you have going on.
You say like you have to have the appropriate credit score, and that's like the 680 and above.
Yep, 680 and above with those data points that I went over earlier. So the 10 accounts, 4.5 years of age and all that. Oh.
So you said you're doing this is the business credit side, so you're saying open a business checking.
Yes, a business checking savings. Yes, great question. Yep, business checking and savings.
With the Truist, after you open it, you should approve, you apply for the same thing again, or is it different?
A different business credit cards. So they have 2 business credit cards that are 0% 9 months. We apply for the second 0% interest card. Yes.
And so you recommend having an account with them before you do that?
For Truist, you don't have to. You don't have to for Truist. You can. It'll help their relationship. But if your credit's real good, you have a 750 plus, we can just apply. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. 743. Yeah.
So if you have 750, you don't have 10 accounts, you have 4 accounts.
Then you need to build that thing up for sure. Yep. Yep. Great question.
Would this be a play you get the, say you're able to get the money from the back, right? You get 50,000. Would you then be able to take that 50,000, stash it in a policy, borrow the money, stash it in a policy, they still have that policy.
So Marvin's my guy. I'm gonna be in the program soon, but right now that ain't a question for me. I don't know about the policy stuff, but what I do know is if you do get a business line of credit, it's liquid cash, so you can do. If something's gonna help you make money, yes, I'd run it. But Marvin's, yeah.
Really quick, people ask me all the time, can I use the debt that I borrowed to put into my policy? Technically you can, but don't do it.
Okay.
You use the insurance to pay off the debt. You use the debt to buy the asset. Don't use the debt to get the insurance because remember you don't get to borrow 100% of the insurance policy right away. It's only like 75 to 80%. So you don't want to get debt to borrow less. It don't make sense. Does that make sense? So don't do that.
See, I'm glad my guy was here. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So I just want to clarify, you need 10 accounts on your personal
Yes.
before you start applying for business.
You want to, because that's how we get the highest limits. Absolutely. If you're at 8 or 9, you're going to go get some money. But what I showed you all was how to go get $150,000, $200,000 in the next 3 to 6 months. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that 10 accounts include all like credit cards and
Everything you have. Absolutely. So that's why I said earlier, if you're at 6 in terms of maybe those credit builders or you got student loans and things, go and you're in position, go get a couple of those personal products and now you're in the game, right? Yeah.
This is a big box question, so here's my question. If you don't have a business and you're ready to create one, do you start with your parent company or do you start with the company that's going to be? And that could go, like I said, that could go to anybody and the beneficial to those banks. You know, because I've got an idea, but one's going to be a parent and one's going to be another company.
Okay.
And is that a good line of thinking?
Okay, so from the beginning, you said the business isn't structured yet, or it is?
No, it's not.
Okay. There's such thing called sole prop. Has anyone ever heard of sole prop? Sole proprietorship. Now there are certain lenders. When I first on Action, I used to be in the nightlife industry, and I had a company, but I didn't know about the LLC and all this information yet. So I had a sole prop, right? Chase will fund sole proprietorships. Those Elon financial banks will fund sole proprietorships. And essentially, you guys want to set up your business as LLCs and the others because you get more tax benefits, you get other benefits, and it's not reporting. But when you get a sole prop, it's kind of cool because it's like ghost funding, we call it. You're in the middle. It doesn't report to your personal, but it also doesn't report to like Dun and Brad's. So something you can do if you don't have your business set up is get some sole prop money so that now you have funding to be able to start doing what you need to do. Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. Great question. Yeah. Yes.
If we go to M2 FICO fixes, it will tell us if we don't have enough accounts open to go ahead and run the plays.
No. So it's just more so on the credit repair process. So that will tell you all the negatives that you have going on and will start helping you delete those. Yes. All right. The M2 FICO fixers. Yeah.
This question, the business's idea, but you said going for sole proprietorship. Do you have to have a business plan and things to submit to them to?
No, sole prop is again no doc funding. Yeah. So essentially, you can apply. It's going to be based on your personal credit being in good shape still, right? But then no documentation required as long as that personal credit is in good shape. Yeah. Yeah.
He talks a lot about insurance and the liens that can be put against you and stuff like that too. Do you tie all that into with your business side on the LLC?
The liens?
Yeah, they can't touch it, you know.
Right.
That's what kind of drew me in is on the trust.
Yeah. So I don't go into trust and liens. That's not my area of expertise, so I wouldn't know the answer to that. Perfect. Yeah.
You're a wealth of information, brother.
Absolutely, no problem. One thing we learn as coaches is it's okay to tell people what you do not do. Yeah, yeah. I go tell somebody something, they like, I ran to play this house, I don't know, right? All right, last few plays I want to give y'all, and then I'll do some more Q&A. Is I want to give you all another business line of credit that you all can run. If your business is at least just 1 year, all right, 1 year old, and you have an average of $3,000 a month coming through in terms of deposits, you all can check out the American Express business line of credit. All right, so looking for at least a 660 credit score, $3,000 in monthly deposits on your business, and at least being in business 1 year. They're giving out heavy lines up to $80,000. So you all can check that out as well. Line of credit. Yes.
Do you know what the interest is on those?
It depends on the term. So they have different terms. I think the longer you stretch it out, the higher the interest goes. Yeah. Nah, not zero on those. Nah. Nah, I wish. Does anyone have bad credit but have business revenue coming in? Anyone in that situation? Okay, cool. Well, if you guys you ever get into a jam where your business starts making money, some alternative lending products you all can check out. You all can check out Rock Financial. They lend to businesses that have at least been in business for a year and have an average cash flow on the business side of at least $5,000 a month. You all can check out On Deck. All right, they're looking for heavier deposits, at least $10,000 a month, and your business being in at least business for 2 years. And then Fundbox. All right, again, based on your revenue and your time in business. ROK Financial. Rock Financial. Fundbox. FUNDBOX. The first one was a Rock Financial. Oh, On Deck. On Deck. Yep. So ON space DECK. These are called alternative lending. So if you have bad credit but business revenue coming in. Yes, yes. Y'all get some value tonight? Yes. All right, good. Just want to make sure. All right, good. Good. Go ahead.
So with the, I just want to go back to the M2 FICO fixes. If you have the credit score, but you're not sure about your, not utilization, but profile, will it tell you if it's?
No, so it doesn't tell you about strengthening and aging your profile. It's strictly for repair. But here's what I'm going to do. Marvin's like family to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you all access to, in his program, access to my course. So you all can check out how to be able to identify your profile, do that. Yeah, so I'll do that for you all. Yeah. This is my guy. All right.
First step in any of these that are either pulling from Experian or TransUnion or what have you, we need to open up a business checking account for them first and then apply for those lines.
Yes, great question. So when it comes to business funding and open accounts, people ask, how many should I open an account for every single bank? This is what I'll tell you. The first 2 to 3 products you're getting, I would open an account with them. Once you have now decent limits, good limits, now we can do the stacking. Now we can just apply because we already have what's called comparable credit, which is lenders just looking at what you already have in your personal credit, in your business being structured the right way, and saying we can give this person approval without having to open an account. There are certain lenders, Wells Fargo, they do want you to have you need a business bank account, and PNC, you need a business bank account. But most other lenders do not technically require you to have a business bank account with them.
So if we already have a business account, say through PNC,
yep.
We can just go apply for the...
Exactly. PNC, no, they just started something where they want your relationship to be stronger. So they're not new business friendly. They want you to be a relationship with them for at least 6 months.
So if I don't want to get big and just about me, but we have business accounts with PNC. We have a history.
Okay.
We've never applied for credit through them.
Okay.
Will we go through these people and do it, or?
You already have PNC? How long have you been with PNC on the business side?
About 2 years.
Oh yeah, I will go run. If you got good credit, I'll go run the play tomorrow. I would do PNC and those. If you got good credit and your LLC sounds like it's 10 years old, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of money. Make sure you let me know how it goes for you. You're gonna be good. All right. Anyone else? Or y'all good? All right. Cool. All right, y'all. Let's say leverage. All right. Good. I want to say shout out to Marvin for having me come give y'all this game. No problem. Y'all truly have an amazing coach. He's someone in the industry. As a coach, we look up, we see the things he's doing So I know he's over delivering. One of the things I say is when you over deliver, you'll be overpaid. Somebody say overpaid. Overpaid. Somebody say over deliver. Over deliver. Right. So like for this, I came and I told him this morning. I said I want to come give you people some game. He said pull up. I said bet, because what I know is the more lives you touch, money is a byproduct. So when you all are operating your business, and I say how you do anything is how you do everything. Understand that it's the law of attraction. Whatever you give out, you always get. And I always say now because there's no opportunity to waste it. So continue to be great, continue to execute, and I can't wait to hear the results that y'all are getting. Thank you. Appreciate you.